Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. It is the day, 4th versus 5th, Southampton versus Newcastle. This is a 6-pointer. If we win this, we will not only have a game in hand over them, but we will move potentially up into 3rd place depending on what happens with Manchester City. In between episodes, we've done absolutely nothing because the last match and the last episode was the 1-0 victory against Bayer Leverkusen to put us through to the Europa League quarterfinals, that's what they're called, they both start with a Q, to put us through to the Europa League quarterfinals for a matchup against Chelsea. Today then, Southampton, let's go and get ourselves 3 points. Let's put ourselves in contention for the Champions League. And ideally, let's try and leapfrog Manchester City in the process. Man City aren't even playing until April. What? How are Man City not playing until April? We've only got one match to play. Fair enough. So, if we win, we will leapfrog Manchester City because they're not playing. So this looks like the weekend when the Europa League teams start to try and claw back some of their games in hand. Chelsea and Everton, I think both in the Europa League, drawing 1-1 earlier on today, 12th and 13th place. We will have to do something special to get past Southampton, who actually have the 2 top scoring players in the league in Ryan Brewster and Thomas Boytink, although Boytink is actually out with a pulled thigh, so that's good. The starting lineup then will be Adonam in goal, a back 3 of Matthias Jakobsen, Fernando Zelaya and Harry Maguire. Every time I read that out, it sounds like I'm trying to make them rhyme. They're not rhyming, not intentionally anyway. Joe Willock and Helinho will be the 2 wingbacks. Christ Chule and Matteo Guendouzi today will be the central midfielders. Maybe we swap you 2 over. Possibly, no, we'll keep them that way round. Thiago Almada will be the attacking midfielder. Fite Arp, who scored the only goal of the game against Leverkusen in the last episode, will keep his place, and he'll be partnered this time by Nicolas Monasterio. So Southampton are playing a 4-4-2. Is this like the new cool formation to play in Football Manager? Am I missing something that 4-4-2 is the way to go, not this fancy European style that I seem to be trying to play? We've also got a man called Harry Maziz. Or Maziz. He's pretty good. Can't finish for a striker, although he's normally an attacking midfielder, but yeah, he's still pretty good. Still makes me laugh that they've got James Ward-Prowse and Angus Gunn, which means James Ward-Prowse is going to score against us. 10 minutes in, and we have our first highlight. Rafael Zinho back to Juan Foyth, the former Spurs man. Ward-Prowse. Foyth gets tackled by Matteo Guendouzi, the former Arsenal man. He's running forward. He's really slow. Not good at dribbling. Plays it on the ground. Monasterio's in the area. Is he going to cross it in? He does. He finds Thiago Almada. Christ Chule's there as well. Both efforts are blocked, and Southampton can clear the ball. That was real close. 25 minutes in, and we've done nothing. One thing I've noticed with the old tiki-taka formation, we do seem to get a lot of bookings. Jakobsen, Maguire and Monasterio all booked, all within the first half an hour of the match. Rafael Zinho to Brewster, back to Rafael Zinho, which I think is a great name. Foyth crosses in, back post is Marquinhos Cipriano. Southampton take the lead, and that's a kick in the teeth. That is a real kick in the teeth. I don't even think they deserved it, do they? Maybe? I mean, they've had a lot of shots. Maybe they do deserve it. Going to change to cautious. I don't know whether that's a good idea. It is half-time. It is 1-0 to Southampton. Not been the most exciting game of football. And I'm just going to say I want to see some more from you, please. No one's really playing badly apart from the 2 wing-backs. And the 2 wing-backs obviously are our backup wing-backs, because our main wing-backs are both very tired. And I don't want to keep playing them whilst they're always tired. Second half has started off pretty badly. We've had no highlights so far. 65 minutes in. Gonna have to do some changes, aren't we? Helinho off, Marlon Charles on, Almada off, Greg Huddle on, Monasterio off, Franco Di Matteo on. All the subs. Let's throw all the dice in one go. Move up to positive as well. And hopefully we get a highlight, would be nice. Ward-Prowse with a corner for Saints. This is not the highlight that I wanted. It was a Brewster header just over the bar. Still 1-0 to Southampton. Nothing is happening here, is it? Absolutely nothing. 7 shots we've had, 3 on target. Haven't seen much of the ball. Willock to up, back to Joe Willock. Crosses in. Franco Di Matteo is there. He was offside. You bloody idiot. How are you always offside? Was he actually offside? Are they making up? Yep, he's bloody miles off. Pay attention, man. Well, it's going to be a defeat, isn't it? Southampton will move up into 3rd place in the table. We deserve nothing from that game. Absolutely nothing. You're getting an angry shouting at because I'm not happy with that result. It means that we're still in the hunt. We still do have that game in hand, but all of a sudden, a victory just closes the gap once again and doesn't actually put us into a Champions League spot. Well, I say that. Manchester City do still have the same amount of games as us now, so if Man City lose their next game, which is the Manchester derby if I'm not mistaken. No, that's us playing Manchester United. Okay, yeah, we're not actually going to be closing that gap, are we? Because I think our game in hand is the Manchester United game, because they've got 2 games in hand, so I assume we're probably one of them. So as that was a somewhat short match, and by somewhat short, very short, the whole thing so far has only taken 8 minutes to record, I'm going to show you our youth intake. We have had it come through. It's not amazing. There's a couple of good options. Basically, anyone who's 16 has come through the most recent little batch of youth players. First up is Louis Matheson. He's actually quite good. I think he's pretty good. Mentally needs a little bit of work, but in terms of technical ability, he's got all the right values in the right places for a deep line forward, which is always handy. He's got 3.5-star current ability though, potential ability, so maybe he might make it. Jordan Barr is next up. He's only got 3-star potential ability. His current ability is 3.5 grey stars, so he's not even half an actual star ability at the moment. 16-year-old Scottish defensive midfielder. Obviously, we don't play defensive midfielders, so probably needs to be retrained somewhere else. Sam Maloney is up next. 16-year-old goalkeeper. 3-star potential ability, 3-star grey, 3 grey star current ability. He's never going to make it, is he? We've got such a good youth coach. Like, head of youth development is superb. It's Pablo Tame, 52 years old, former Guinean international, played most of his career in Germany by the looks of it, or most of his latter career. No, his entire career in Germany. Look at these numbers, 18, 19, 20. Driven personality as well, which is always good. I'm wondering whether this is the problem, because he likes a 4-3-3, and he also likes the Catenaccio style, which we clearly don't seem to play. He's been here a couple of years now. A couple of youth intakes have come through, and he's not done amazingly well. A couple of good players, no one really to write home about. Also, while we're here, I did forget there was a couple of other transfers that took place that I didn't actually mention. Matthew Jones, who was an 18 or 17-year-old goalkeeper, he's left, signing for Middlesbrough. He was never going to make it. I mean, he looks reasonable, but he was never going to make it for us. Owen Manning as well, a player who came through our youth intake a while ago, never going to make it, so he's shifted on to Colchester. And the bad boy, Bobby Mills, has gone out on loan to Cheltenham in the Vanarama National, playing twice already, scoring 2 goals. I'm going to have to rename him, aren't I? Bad boy Bobby Mills. I kind of want him to have bad boy on the back of his shirt. Anyway, that is going to do it then for this episode. Next episode, I'm not quite sure where we're going to go. We obviously have the Europa League match up against Chelsea, so we'll have this one as an episode. What we might do is Bournemouth, possibly? 6th place Bournemouth, that's actually a very tough game. Yeah, we'll do 6th place Bournemouth, we'll do the Chelsea second leg as well, and then we're on the run until the end of the season, and hopefully we can chase down that Champions League spot. Otherwise, we'll just have to settle for Europa League. Or maybe we win the Europa League. That's obviously another option as well. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with more Football Manager.